Alright. This is a true story. I told it, and I know some of you guys have heard it a couple times already. But, and I recognize a few of you too from some other cons and stuff. Alright. So anyways, so when I go to work, I come back home from work or whatever, I take the freeway and I have to take the off-ramp, you know, and there's a stoplight there, and then I have to go under the overpass. So anyways, anytime I take that exit, there's always a homeless man there with a sign, you know, and I never, like, I give money to homeless people when I can, you know, but when I'm in my car, it just feels weird, right? You guys ever see somebody begging on the corner in your car, right? It's kind of like, what am I going to do, you know? It's kind of weird. I'm going to run over here and then I got to go. You got to time it out. So I usually just ignore them. I always ignore them, actually. So this one day I exited the freeway, and the light was red. There were about 4 or 5 cars in front of me. And this monster truck pulls up behind me with like tinted windows, so I couldn't see the person inside the car, but it just felt like, you know, an angry man, you know, and he was gonna run me over, and I could hear like a monster truck, like, monster truck, run you over, or whatever, you know, and I could just feel the pressure of the truck behind me. So I knew as soon as that light turned green and these cars win, I better go, or he's gonna just run me over. And so I'm sitting there waiting for the light to change, and I'm scarfing down some carrots I had left over from lunch in a Ziploc bag. And I glance over expecting to see another homeless man there. And I saw a homeless woman over there. And I'm from Texas, so like you guys, I guess. But where I was raised, at least, it was like you respect women and you help them out if they're in need. So I was like, my heart went out to her, and I was like, okay, I should give her something. And in LA, where I live, you have to pay for parking everywhere. So my cup holders were full of quarters. So I scooped them up and I put them in my Ziploc bag that used to have carrots in it. And I thought, wow, this is like 2 pounds worth of quarters. This is going to be great. You know, she's like from me to the door. You know, it's a good distance away. Like I said, 4 or 5 cars away. So I roll down the window and I hold my hand out like this, and she just stands there. She sees me. She's like, oh, yay. And she puts her hands down like this. I'm like, wait, what? I'm getting out. What do you expect me to do? And so I'm like trying to think, how am I going to get this to her? I obviously can't get out, and she's not coming to me. And then the light turns green, and these 4 or 5 cars in front of me, they take off. And because I felt that pressure of that guy behind me in the monster trucks, I just felt like I had to start going, you know, so I started pushing on the gas a little. And I started to approach this homeless woman pretty fast, like 20 or 30 miles an hour now. And now I'm really starting to panic because I'm like, wait a minute, how's this exchange going to happen? You know, how am I going to do this? If she holds on to me too long and pulls me out of the car, I'm going to die. If I don't let go, I'm going to drag her under the wheel and just run her over. So I'm freaking out, you know, and I'm approaching her fairly fast. And I'm thinking, you're a martial artist, Johnny. Focus. It's all about the timing. So if I just do this, just flip my wrist like that, I'll watch it gracefully land into her hands. So as I'm going 20, 30 miles an hour, I'm like, and now. And I release, I flick my wrist up. And like I said yesterday, when tragedy is about to happen, time slows down. So I watched as this 2-pound bag of quarters leaves my hand at 20 or 30 miles an hour. And smacks her across the face. This all happened in slow motion to me. So I saw everything. Like she was like, yay, quarters, wait, he's kind of coming fast. The bag rips open, quarters fly everywhere like and I'm just passing by like I'm going so fast that all I can say is no and squeal around the corner like go. And this is a true story. And the lesson to be learned, which I told you guys, some of you yesterday, is that you don't give money to homeless people while driving your car. It is a true story. Before that day, there's always been a homeless person there. Every single day. After that day, I promise you, there's never been a homeless person after that day. I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to tweet it when I get back home so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's a little white cross where she was. No, there was, but it was like much later, so I don't think it was her. That's all these people that are talking about some Crazy man. What? All right, so I guess I'll answer a couple more questions while